Hello everybody, welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. I'm back, and this time I'm back with the Arsenal takeover news, and it's quite interesting that in the past 24 hours, actually in the past 48 hours, Arsenal has been linked to another big billionaire apart from Dangote. So probably Dangote now is not the only rich man that wants to buy Arsenal. Now we have Daniel Ek, the Spotify CEO. He wants to buy Arsenal. He has the backing of Arsenal Invisibles, in Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, and a couple of others. So we are going to be discussing that and more. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel to get the latest of Arsenal news. I'll be live at 7 p.m. exactly 7 p.m. I'll be live with more transfer news around Arsenal. So let us talk about the takeover. What is actually happening? What do we know so far? What is happening with this takeover? So a couple of days back, Daniel Ek, actually in 2012, Daniel Ek said, as a kid growing up, I have cheered for Arsenal as long as I can remember. If KSE, that is Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, would like to sell Arsenal, I'd be very happy to throw my hat in the ring. So that is Daniel Ek speaking about buying Arsenal. That was way back in 2012, and now that fans have been protesting and so much has been happening, especially Arsenal joining the European Super League, and the fans are not interested in all that kind of information that was coming out. It has been confirmed that Daniel Ek wants to buy Arsenal, and he is going to bring in a massive bid. Now I've been looking at some of the tweets around, and this is from Laura Scott, a BBC senior journalist and news reporter, and she has said that I am told that Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, and Patrick Vieira have indeed joined Spotify founder Daniel Ek in a bid to buy Arsenal. Worth noting that last week Josh Kroenke told Arsenal Fans Forum that his family have no intention of selling the club. So that is where we stand today. Three invisibles in Patrick Vieira, Henry, and Dennis Bergkamp have joined Daniel Ek, who also happens to be an Arsenal fan ever since his childhood, in trying to buy Arsenal, and that's where we stand at the moment. He's a rich man. I think I don't know if I reported about him, but he's worth $5.5 billion. So if Arsenal is around $2.5 billion, that means he has the money to buy it. He can actually buy it. The only question is, if he buys it, if he takes it over, does he have the money to actually invest in the club? But he has the money to buy it. So first and foremost, what are your thoughts on Daniel Ek buying the club? I want to know. Get involved in the comment section and tell me what you think about Daniel Ek buying Arsenal as a club. But I also want to know, what do you think about Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Patrick Vieira also coming up? Because for me, I think this is very interesting. Shortly after Thierry Henry has been announced as one of those players that are going to join the Premier League's Hall of Fame, you can see there he has his should we call it an award? He has his award. He's been joined by I think Alan Shearer. They have been announced as players that are going to be a part of the Premier League's Hall of Fame. I think what he has done in the Premier League as a striker, as a player for Arsenal, he was just incredible. Captain fantastic. The goals he scored, the assists, the talent, the beauty of him as a player, that he has given us as Arsenal fans, and the beauty, of course, that the Premier League fans have seen from Thierry Henry. I don't doubt that there is anyone who's going to say, really, he doesn't deserve to be there. He deserves to be there. But the main point is, the Invisibles have come out and said, you know what, it's time out. It's time out for you, Kroenke. It's time to go. We need a new owner. We need someone who understands the club. We need an Arsenal man. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. What Arsenal need really is an Arsenal man. Like Chelsea have, Abramovich. They have a Chelsea man. They have someone who has Chelsea at heart. They have someone who understands that Chelsea will make more money if they win titles. They understand that if Chelsea have good players like Kai Havertz, like Timo Werner, branded players like Eden Hazard, they're going to make more money because they're going to attract more brands, and the team is going to be winning. So I don't see why Kroenke doesn't invest in Arsenal. First and foremost, the more we make more money, the more he's going to make more money as Stan Kroenke. And for me, that is where I don't get it. If we are going to make more money as a club, and then you make more money as KSE, why don't you fucking invest in the club? Why don't you give us the money? It only shows you how disinterested and disconnected from football Kroenke and sports and Kroenke sports and and entertainment are. But Daniel Ek comes in as a potential buyer. We love him, not because we know what he's going to do with the club, because I said you never trust a billionaire, you never trust a capitalist. When the this is the way Kroenke came. This is the way all people have come into buying clubs. The Glazers, the John W. Henrys, they come with sweet deals, trying to tell the fans what they are going to do, and we are going to be good custodians of this club. And what happens later is they turn their backs on the fans. They say, you know what, fuck off. These are our merchandise. These are our properties. We want to make money. We don't care what the fans think. But if you think Daniel Ek is an Arsenal fan, that means he knows what, because if you're an Arsenal fan, what you really want at this point in time is to get in the right players in the summer, get in the right manager to manage the talent you've recruited, and finally, after getting the players, getting the manager, try to make sure that everything is running well. Take the team back to the Champions League. Take Arsenal back to winning ways. For me, that is what I want to see as an Arsenal fan. That is all I demand. See Arsenal back to winning ways. And if Ek is an Arsenal fan, like he says, as old as he can remember, then that is what he has at heart. Probably we should give him a chance. We're just tired of Kroenke. Kroenke needs to go. There is nothing he's adding to this club. If you remember, Josh Kroenke speaking in the fan forum, he said there's been a lot of there's been a very wide gap between the fans and the management and the Kroenkes, and he said that was because of COVID. And then it's like, they've been at this club for more than 15 years. COVID has only been in the UK for, okay, let's say a year and a half. It doesn't justify the reason why they have not actually been connecting with the fans and connecting with football, and they have driven the ambitions of Arsenal as a club so far down. So Ek wants to buy Arsenal. A bid is coming is coming in shortly. He's the owner of Spotify. He has the money. Will he invest in Arsenal? That is the biggest question. I'll be live at 9 and we shall discuss more and more of these stories. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. See you at 7 p.m.